Every day, I wake up to the sound of silence. The walls of my home echo with memories, but the laughter of friends and family feels like a distant dream. Living alone in the UK, I face the harsh realities of aging, battling loneliness, struggling with mobility, and often feeling invisible. Simple tasks become daunting challenges. A fall can mean days without help, and the isolation can weigh heavy on the heart. I watch the world outside my window, but I'm not part of it anymore. The dangers of solitude are real. They creep in like shadows. Without a support system, I worry about my health, my safety, and the future. It's a silent struggle that many of us endure, longing for connection, compassion, and a reminder that we are not forgotten. Every day feels like a repeat of the last. I sit by this window, watching the world move on without me. The silence is deafening, and loneliness creeps in like an unwelcome guest. I know I should take my medication, but reaching for it feels like climbing a mountain. I worry about falling, about not being able to get back up. Meals go untouched, and I forget what it feels like to enjoy food. It's not just hunger, it's a longing for connection. I miss laughter, conversations, the warmth of company. But I hold on to hope. A simple phone call, a friendly visit, can change everything. We must remember, we're not just aging, we're living, and we deserve to live with dignity and support. Every day feels like a long stretch of silence. I sit by the window, watching the world go by, but inside I feel the weight of loneliness. It's not just the quiet that worries me, it's the health risks that come with it. I've read that loneliness can lead to heart disease and even dementia. Managing my medications alone is a challenge. I often find myself reaching for a bottle on a high shelf, hoping I don't make a mistake. And then there are the stairs. Each step feels like a gamble. A fall could change everything. Meals, they often go untouched. Cooking for one can feel overwhelming, and I know malnutrition is lurking in the shadows. But I dream of connection. A simple phone call or a friendly visit can make all the difference. With a little support, I can live with dignity and joy, not just survive in solitude. Choosing the right care for our aging loved ones is a deeply personal journey. Home care offers the comfort of familiar surroundings, where cherished memories linger in every corner. It allows for personalized attention, fostering independence while ensuring safety. On the other hand, nursing homes provide a structured environment with round-the-clock support, ideal for those needing more comprehensive medical care. Each option has its merits, shaped by individual needs, health conditions, and family dynamics. Ultimately, it's about finding the balance that honors their dignity and enhances their quality of life, ensuring they feel valued and loved in every moment.
Hello, once again. You're welcome to the Golden Years Care channel. I'm your host, Owen Osarinhoy, your seniors advocate. Today, I would like us to talk about a very important issue regarding seniors in our society, and that is loneliness. The impact of loneliness among elderly people, especially here in the UK and around the world, as a matter of fact. You see, loneliness among the elderly in the UK has emerged as a significant public health concern. And what I'm trying to share here, this report examines the prevalence of loneliness in this demographic, its health implications, and it compare its mortality risk to that of cancer. You can imagine. You see, the prevalence of loneliness among elderly in the UK in a recent study indicates that approximately 7% of individuals aged 65 years and over in the UK, equating to about 740,000 older adults, often experience loneliness. You see, additionally, more than 2 million people over the age of 75 live alone, with over 1 million older individuals reporting that they can go over a month without speaking to a friend, neighbor, or family member. That is a serious concern. The health implication of loneliness is so much. The loneliness has been linked to various adverse health outcomes. In several research recently, suggestions arrived that chronic loneliness can be as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That is serious. Furthermore, loneliness is associated with an increased risk of mortality. A meta-analysis review found that individuals with strong social relationships had a 50% greater chance of surviving, indicating that loneliness can significantly impact life expectancy. Loneliness and cancer mortality. There's a link, especially in this society, because of this structure. See, emerging evidence suggests a connection between loneliness and cancer mortality. Studies have found that cancer survivors experiencing elevated loneliness have a higher risk of mortality compared to those with stronger social connections. According to Cancer Press, this indicates that loneliness not only affects general health but may also influence cancer outcomes. Comparison of mortality risk, loneliness in comparison with cancer. While both loneliness and cancer independently increase mortality risk, comparing their impact requires nuanced consideration. Loneliness contributes to various health issues, including cardiovascular disease and mental health disorder, which collectively elevate mortality risk. Cancer, depending on its type and stage, has a direct and often more immediate impact on mortality. Therefore, while loneliness significantly affects health and longevity, stating that it kills more people than cancer oversimplifies the complex interplay of factors influencing mortality. Recognizing the profound impact of loneliness, several initiatives have been implemented in this society as help and initiative from various communities, like the Silver Line, a free confidential helpline providing information, friendship, and advice to other people are available round the clock. Age UK also befriends services, connecting various volunteers with other individuals for regular companionship and support. These are support networks that most communities have initiated. There are also community programs from local communities, local events and groups aimed at fostering social connection among the elderly, at least to visit people that they know live alone once in a while. Loneliness among elders in the UK is a pressing issue with significant health implications. This cannot be emphasized enough. While it contributes to increased mortality risk, particularly among the vulnerable populations, such as cancer survivors, it's also essential to approach comparison with caution. Addressing loneliness through targeted intervention can enhance the well-being and longevity of older adults. This is an area that we need to talk about, because there are several thousands of elderly people living alone, not by choice, some of them, but by circumstances. And that is why the choice between living in their homes alone independently and making a choice at that stage of their lives, whether to stay in the community or in the care home or residential, comes to play. There are several factors. One of the advantages of living in a residential or care home setting is the social aspect of it. At least they have people they could talk to, they could make new friends, and also for security reasons as well. So some may have emergencies regarding their heads, and as we know, among elderly people, there's always that risk of falling because of the frailty of their bodies or structures. So invariably, it favors making a choice of living among other people in care homes. But for those who have close relatives and families that could always check on them, and they're still somehow in control of the situation in terms of mental capacity, then the choice of staying at home can be made, but up to a limit. Up to a limit, because as much as the domiciliary care is convenient for the proximity and the fact that the service user is used to the environment, is there's the pros and cons. So we need to weigh both the advantage and disadvantages. So talking about loneliness, especially among the elderly people, this area needs to be visited or revisited or continually be talked about. As we listen, some of the people interviewed, some of the elderly people interviewed said some of them for up to a month, they have never talked to anyone. That is a serious public health issue. And I believe it can be tackled through voluntary group and through new initiative, as some have started in different communities. I would like us to continue to talk about it and lay emphasis on it, and also welcome new ideas and initiative in collaboration with the various authorities. Our main concern is to make sure that our seniors in our society are well looked after, that they are not relegated to the background. They don't feel abandoned or ostracized from the society, because they mean a lot to us, their families. They are the pioneers. They are those that will have a lot to continually learn from, and they need to be feel loved and appreciated. That is my discussion today. Thank you for listening.